get your mammogram. But did you know there's 2 different kinds?
Today, we wanted to walk through your top 4 proactive tips for women when it comes to the best breast health that they can expect for themselves. I mean, you have an entire book on that, a #1 New York Times bestseller, by the way. Can you break it down for us to 4 things that everybody can do to give themselves some preventative breast care?
Yes. So first of all, we just touched on it, get your mammogram. But did you know there's 2 different kinds? There's 2D and 3D. So for women, it's the same old squishing and radiation between cold plates. But for me, I see something totally different. So imagine your breast is like a loaf of raisin bread. What girl doesn't think of her breast that way, right? So you squish it between 2 plates and you tell me to find the raisins. That's 2D. 3D, same squish, but now I'm seeing 30 to 50 or more slices of that loaf. And aha, now it's easier to find the raisins. That's 3D. The issue is with breast density. If you have a look at this image here, on the left side, you see a predominantly fatty breast. It's dark. On the far right, we've got a lot of dense breast tissue, making it look white and splotchy. Problem, cancer is always white. So now we're looking for a snowball in a snowstorm. If you bring up the next image, you'll see the 3D has all these little slices. It's like a millimeter of breast gets a slice. Yeah, so you can see through it, and then you can animate it, and just like a movie, and you roll through the breast, and it makes those snowballs suddenly pop out. So who should get 3D? Someone who's dense-breasted, like we just discussed, someone at particularly high risk for breast cancer, or women with implants. If your neighborhood or city doesn't have 3D, or if your insurance won't cover it, don't fret. All you have to do is add whole breast screening ultrasound to 2D, and the cancer detection rate is actually a little better than 3D alone.
What's #2?
#2 is to choose organic and locally grown when you can, especially when it comes to fruit. So herbicides and pesticides largely collect in the skin. So here's the pro tip. If you plan to eat the skin, like with grapes and berries, that's when you splurge for organic. If you're definitely going to peel it, bananas and watermelon, not as important.
Also, if you cook with a lot of citrus, think about that. I always use the zest of a lemon and an orange and a lime when I'm cooking with them. That's another one where I would choose the organic because I'm literally grating the exterior of it into my food. So that's another one that kind of slides under the radar there.
That's a good tip. And the nutrients in plants are also collect predominantly in the skin. So there's the rub. Like when you peel it, you're like peeling away all the good stuff. So zest is amazing. It has so many of the chemicals in plants that defend your cells against disease. So my next tip is to examine household products, lotions, cosmetics. And if you see ingredients like phthalates or parabens, you want to switch to something more natural. Always, always filter your water that you're drinking. But people forget to filter the air that they're breathing. So this is a HEPA filter, stands for high efficiency particulate air filter. Basically, it just forces the air in the room through it, and it removes 99.97% of all of the allergens and particles in the air, so you don't breathe them in your lungs.
I think that's amazing.
And then think about trying to use less plastic. So whenever you prepare, serve, or store food, go for glass, ceramic, steel. Why? There's BPA in plastic that literally can leach into your food. Sorry about that. Leach into your food and then into you, where it exerts an estrogen-like effect. And 80% of breast cancers are fueled by estrogen.
Wow. Dr. Funk, we love you. Thank you for sharing time with us and your great advice.